Manfield, as always, brought to you by Progressive as we kick things off here in our second elimination match. It's our last elimination match of the day. The last team to be eliminated before Championship Sunday. Hawks are going to lob one up, looking in the direction of LJ, trying to drop it down in an available spot. Still there, and Chicago's slow shot sent away by Drafinho.
Already starting off a lot of speed that we're seeing out of Space Station Gaming. No Fury are going to come out and try to beat you to the ball, but LJ had a good pre-shot. That's a good shot from Chicago, but it's just off the crossbar. You can see these counterattacks from Space Station so quick as they're trying to make sure Fury don't get going early.
They changed speeds a lot too there. Of course, Chicago with the little soft floater and then more of a rocket towards the crossbar. Still got to get it on target. Of course, past the defense. That's been easier said than done for most teams, except against FURIA here because, well, they've already lost a couple series today. That's how they ended up as the 5th seed and in this elimination matchup.
And you got to be careful if you are FURIA. I mean, thinking about that, 2 back-to-back losses on stage, not necessarily good for the mental. They have to dig deep if they want to stay alive here at this stage of the game.
Kind of works out pretty well for them, though. You lose 2 matches this late into the World Championship back-to-back. Still got a shot at winning the whole thing. That's what this new format has done. For those teams that got into the tiebreakers, lost, unable to follow the play after the bump. Here goes Yan all the way at the back. He's got a full tank though. He's giving that one away to LJ just about. And that bank will slowly fall towards loss. Not much threatening outside of that kind of early blast out of Chicago. Waiting to see if FURIA can wake up here. Yan trying to get after LJ. Drafinho double tap. Bang, bang.
And I like where he called out Yan there, Stacks. He got that initial demo, went to chase down LJ, who had full boost, so Chicago had to cut, but he couldn't get Drafinho off the ball. Got the course correction and landed the double. Big effort from Drafinho. There's going to be some eyes on him to perform in this series, but he starts it off getting FURIA the lead.
To reach this level, to be an elite team on the world stage, you can't just have one guy who's a scorer. You can't just have one guy who's the assist man. And this FURIA squad demonstrates that perfectly. Now Yan with 9 goals, 9 assists. Drafinho, 13 and 13 of his own. Just a well-balanced attack out of the Demons from South America.
Initially, I was a little concerned because it felt like FURIA, they were kind of giving the ball away a lot, but when they go with those off-ball plays and throw off Space Station Gaming, who seem pretty comfortable in rotation, sometimes you can find a little gap in the defense. They did it initially, but still a 1-goal game, still time for Space Station Gaming to get the wheels going.
Into the second half now, though, and it's FURIA on the attack again. Yan's picked his spot and scores!
He went from an off-ball play to right on top of this one. Got the glue. Look at that. Got the dodge. Great follow-up. LJ just couldn't track it. And it's back-to-back goals for FURIA.
Kind of a nightmare situation early on for SSG. Still plenty of game to go, plenty of series to go here with the best of 7s. And, of course, the benefit of a timeout that Sad Jr. would have in his pocket. As Hawkser just skies one up and everybody just waits to see what Drafinho had up his sleeve. Drafinho again, try to center, this time repelled again. LJ is way downfield, and nobody else able to dive in quite that far.
We saw LJ again earlier on in this game kind of go for a little bit of a free jump on an initial pass. As right now he got a good bump to try to set up Chicago. Hawkser actually dives in for this, and here comes a counterattack. Hold on. Leanne drops it to Drafinho. They were looking for the pinch between the cars, but just couldn't execute. Now here's Lost. He's been so phenomenal all event, but not even him to get past SSG's defense right now. Time ticking down. SSG are struggling to hold on to possession, though. FURIA just playing around them.
Yeah, look at how much boost they're burning just to try and get a touch that ultimately doesn't accomplish a whole lot. Now they at least have the ball on the right half of the field. Can they get anything towards the net again like they did in the first 30 seconds? Chicago holding through the air. Lost got a piece of it. Drafinho will have full boost and possession for at least a moment. It just doesn't seem like SSG are able to threaten. They've got to hold this possession for a little bit longer, try to wear down FURIA, maybe starve them out. They do have Lost and Drafinho kind of tangled up in the corner, but still nothing at the net itself. And on the other side, a save needed by LJ.
See the counters coming out still strong. FURIA, though, low on boost in this situation as LJ will get the flip. A little bit of interference here. Can Chicago line up the double free backboard? One-goal game.
Chicago seemed to just stop time for a moment and the defense could not react. Reed's got him within one. We've seen a lot of late heroics out of SSG throughout this tournament. Do they have another in them?
Chicago, he's also been playing phenomenally over the course of this tournament. 72% goal participation out of him. Makes a stop there defensively. If he continues on this performance, I mean, that's exactly what SSG need. LJ, though, in the race, can he get there? He does get there first, but Lost still able to get the 50 out. And you can see Hawks are not able to read it, so Chicago's got to play defense there. Went a little early, but LJ able to track it down.
Pioneers fans know all too well how quickly SSG can erase a deficit. Down to 15 seconds. Jan giving chase. He waits, and LJ actually let it go by, so Hawkster will take charge. And maybe that little hesitation out of Furia could cost them. Only 7 seconds, though. Lost. Targeting. So no, everybody jumped. Furia's got him at their mercy. And this will drop down to Chicago, down to the ground, and Furia hang on.
Furia set the tone. Very well done from them, too. I mean, the big talk has kind of been on their defense, as I believe they had a strong defensive stats coming out of Swiss, but it was, I mean, of course, we've seen them over the course of the day. It has not looked pretty. Being able to hold SSG to 1 goal, though, no tough feat, or no easy feat, I'm sorry, but they were able to make it work. So now it's about continuing that over the course of this one, which, again, best of 7 between these two. It's going to be a battle.
When we look back at the Mobile One High Performance replay, and you just see double taps galore. Grafinho started it off, and then Yan added one of his own. Didn't need the backboard, didn't need any help at all. But then on the other side, Chicago got one back for SSG. It was not enough as Furia ride those 2 early goals to victory.
And you know, the biggest thing about this, too, is you didn't really see too much of Lost in that game, which for him, he's almost had more goals than both his teammates combined. 75% goal participation out of him, but he didn't need to. He didn't need it at all. That was Grafinho and Yan getting involved for most of that. And if they start popping off, then it's going to be a big boost to Furia. Both teams have their star players, but it's the ones who are in support who are making a name for themselves this event.
Yeah, Lost came into that game with 19 goals in the tournament. He's the leading scorer of any of these 6 players. He ended with 19. No assist on either of those Furia goals, by the way. So, been a couple of solo efforts that sink SSG in game 1. What do they have for an encore here at Forbidden Temple? That shot's going to sail high. Yan over there, though, stole some boost from Space Station. Now Lost in retreat mode as he will let Grafinho jump in. And Yan take charge. He's trying to line up a double of his own, and he's dropped it in.
First one there from Yan. Great pass from Grafinho. And LJ saw the danger. You know you can't give him a free backboard. You got to put a hand up. As if you don't, it's in your neck. Great goal there from Yan. Furia start in front again.
Another early goal from Furia. And once again, Space Station starting off on the back foot. They had a couple good looks early in game 1, and then the well ran dry. They just succumbed to all that pressure from Furia. Have to be a much different story here, or they're probably going to burn a timeout. They can't solve the puzzle in the next 4 minutes.
Furia have had plenty of time on this stage to kind of get things settled here. And this is a little bit of the best that they've looked today. Lots of fighting in series here, but SSG starting to kind of get settled a bit more. Now it's just about opening up those goal-scoring opportunities. So a big demo from Chicago, and he's on top of the ball, trying to get Lost off of it. Has Hawkster in assist available, but Yan still there tracking, clearing it out.
Well, Chicago and Hawkster again got tangled up this time over on the Furia half of the field, and that's even worse because neither had much boost, and if Furia was able to get a clean clear, wide open net on the other side. SSG's got to be very, very careful not to repeat that mistake, as this will drop down towards Grafinho. Easy save, but watch the follow-up from guys like Lost. Yan waiting as well, and the ball never gets across midfield.
I like the patience, though, from what I'm seeing for Furia. Again, he saw LJ moving downfield. LJ was trying to force a 50, but he couldn't. Now LJ, a little bit of a free ball, takes this off the ceiling. Show me something, LJ. That one going right towards the goal line. Drafinio able to knock it away, but now he's low on boost. Hawks are trying to apply some pressure. Now goes to Chicago, who gets a chance to solo. You see LJ, he's turning up mid, he's cutting in, but he can't go for that one just yet. Defense is a little locked down here on the Furia side.
It does feel like kind of all-in attack mode out of Space Station. Every time they go for the ball, they burn almost all of their boosts. Doesn't really lend itself to follow-up plays, and nobody could follow that play either for Furia. So the opportunities, they're there. They're presenting themselves for both sides. Only one's been capitalized upon so far. Lateral pass here, blocked by Lost again on the shot, and Drafinio just lob it at the net. Hey, good things have happened for Furia when they just kind of give that token shot for the defense to make a mistake on.
Yeah, they know SSG getting a little aggressive on their offensive pushes. You're starting to see everybody in that upper half, so now they're trying to take advantage, see if they can get a bump or just boost steals so they can be low boost, and if Furia can strike harder on the counterattack. Here's another pass play. Drafinio not able to get it, so Lost will take control. Can he get this one center? It's denied by Hoxer. Space Station Gaming still fighting, but they have come up empty so far. Not able to get anything going in game 2.
Time still winding down, and Space Station running out of time. This is about where Furia was starting to put that game away, and then suddenly SSG found an answer back in game 1. Wasn't enough. Hoxer got LJ waiting in support. Gonna take it himself and just can't get that ball down at all. LJ just ranging back barely from his spot at midfield, able to slow down Furia. Is it enough to fend them off? It is for now.
SSG got to make the most of this, but you can tell they are waiting for a mistake from Furia in order to pounce. Sometimes they get caught too far forward, then they have to rotate back, just completely killing the offensive play. If that third man is a little bit deeper, they can stay in front, keep the play going, but again, they are down. They need to push for a little bit of extra resources to go forward. It just hasn't been working out based on Furia's defense.
Need a lot more scoring opportunities to SSG if they're going to wear down Furia at all. Furia's been very comfortable on their half of the field. Only one in net, but it's Lost that comes in from the side and thwarts what would have been another scoring opportunity. And now Space Station kind of jumbled up in their own zone. LJ waiting for another touch. And boy, they have kept the ball away from LJ, and it has been a recipe for success for Furia.
I mean, we saw this earlier as well. I mean, when I believe it was when Vitality was taking out the event. It was just Zen, star player, could not get on the ball too often. There's a chance there, but blocked away. It's just Furia all over this one. They're not letting anything through. Final 10 seconds. SSG are out of time. They get one more possession. Can they hold on to this one? Sit downfield. Chicago not able to make contact. LJ is able to get there, but the follow-up puts it on the ground, and Furia again in front.
You got a couple of one-goal games here. But do they really feel like one-goal games? I mean, certainly not that one. It felt like Furia was in the driver's seat the entire time. Yes, obviously they had the early goal from Yan. But it never felt like Space Station was threatening to level that scoreline at any point during that game. Only 4 shots on target. Heck, only 5 on the other side for Furia. It was not an offensive explosion for either side. And I feel like that is trouble for SSG because they're not going to win these low-scoring, grindy games against Furia.
No, they're not. And again, like I said, I'm getting flashes of Oxygen Vitality. In a similar situation to this, LJ, only 1 shot this game. It's just, they've been limiting the opportunities, and then even when SSG get them, they haven't been as threatening towards the net. Furia has been too comfortable on defense. Maybe SSG needs to get a little bit more physical, make them just kind of dive for the ball a little bit more, because whatever they're doing right now, you can tell, Furia sit back, they play a strong counter, forcing SSG to make some tough defensive saves, and they just can't transition properly to get on offense.
Everybody talks about Yan. It's the easy thing to talk about when you talk about this Furia squad. And then you've got Lost, who leads the team in scoring all throughout the Swiss. There has been a timeout called by Space Station Gaming here going into game 3, so you get the extra minute to kind of talk things over. But everybody kind of, when you don't look at Lost, you wonder, okay, so what's he doing? Well, he hadn't done anything offensively in this series, and Furia's still got a 2-0 series lead. That is terrifying for anybody else on that half of the bracket, anybody else that could end up on Furia's path. Because if they can do this without him scoring, imagine what happens when he starts.
Exactly. So then, I mean, a timeout here is fine. SSG just on the precipice of 1 goal gained here. They just need a little bit more to break through offensively. That's where the struggle has been. Their defense has been fine. They haven't been allowing too many goals, or especially easy goals in from Furia. So now Sad Jr. is going to talk to the guys and see if they can make some adjustments. You got to. It's an elimination match here at Worlds. They've been playing fantastic so far over the course of the Swiss. Yes, sure, they made it to round 5, but they're here in the playoffs now. It's not their first time in the playoffs at a LAN. They know what they need to do. Now it's time to execute.
This is the team that people have talked about as maybe stepping up to claim that #2 spot in North America. Well, being the second best anywhere just means you're the first not. If they're going to take that next step, they've got to find a way back against Furia first and foremost. There goes Chicago. Over to LJ, working a little bit better as a team out of the zone, and LJ probably relieved just to get a couple touches on the ball after he was just completely starved out in game 2.
Furia kind of just waiting for their right moment. SSG a little bit more further back in terms of rotations, not sending too many forward, trying to get control of the ball. Good speed there by LJ, so he's trying to force Yan to get it cleared out. And you can see it going right back to Hoxer, who's able to meet Yan, play 150, good first 50, good second 50, but he's at a boost. Tried to see if he could pre-jump Drafinho, but played it right over his head.
Well, Chicago doesn't have much. He was just kind of a decoy there for LJ to take over instead. But now it is only Chicago in the back. Hoxer's there with very little boost. And Yan up to the heavens. What does he have up his sleeve? Nothing. And everybody just flopping around like fish.
Yeah, this is a little awkward. I mean, he had a good fake for Drafinho, but I guess Drafinho couldn't go. So now the ball just kind of floated right in front of net. Either way, Space Station Gaming now able to take this. They cannot let another opportunity like that happen. There's the pass, cut out though. It'll be a race downfield. Can Lost get there first? Blocked away by Hoxer.
Thought for sure he had it all lined up. Another save there as Yan had the follow-up. Now Drafinho near the target. Another thrown in front. And another save out of Chicago and Space Station Gaming. That is not the half of the field they want to spend much more time on, but it's the half of the field that they've been the most comfortable on, unfortunately. They have just been stuck there time and time again. And I say comfortable because other than right there, Furia hadn't been threatening. There was a lot of soft shots. Finally, Drafinho breaks through, but they just wore down Space Station.
Yeah, I mean, look at that from the end. Pulls everybody out. Chicago, no boost, trying to make his way back. But Drafinho is there, and Furia again started out in front here. This is dangerous for SSG, especially with the struggle of scoring in game 2. They're on a drought, and they have not been able to succeed offensively yet. We know Furia can maintain this 1 goal lead with their defense. SSG needs something now.
Upwards of 8 minutes without a goal for North America's squad. Has lost against 2. And LJ and Hoxer, not great between them at all. This goes all the way across. And yet again, Space Station just kind of left bumbling in their own zone. They at least clear the center line. Chicago with a little to the back wall. LJ stuck by Lost, but that'll roll up and away.
Lost plays that one off the ceiling, looking for Yan, but Chicago will get there in time. Good 50 from Drafinho to keep it in play as Hoxer, strong clearance downfield. No one able to follow it up though. Lost completely kills it. And again, Furia booming the ball, just trying to see, can they win this war of attrition? They have SSG on low boost. They're playing the 50 game well, and they're forcing SSG to use everything they got in the tank. Drafinho now, that's a high ball. Not a free backboard though, as Hoxer can collect.
Nothing else there out of Space Station yet again. Forced back to their own territory. Furia just hold all the cards. They've got all the answers. Space Station Gaming down 2 as Yan scores in the same spot he did in game 1.
Another 50, great 50, great follow-up. Yan just tracks the ball so well, and it's a beautiful shot. Top corner slot. Furia have everything in front of them. And it just seems like there's nothing that can stop them when they get the momentum going.
We've talked about the effect a crowd can have on a team, especially in these elimination games. And this crowd has been very much a pro Space Station Gaming crowd going into this series, but they've been left very quiet as FURIA have just about lulled them to sleep, and they're about to put away SSG. A minute 20 left here before they will have quadruple match point to eliminate Space Station, unless Chicago and the squad can come up with a big comeback. Again, we know they can score in bunches and do it late. They're not deterred by pressure in a situation like this. They are, however, deterred and very much hindered by a lack of boost, which has been the theme since the start of game one.
Yeah, I mean, this boost game not good. Jorfinho's trying to look for a bump there on LJ. He's going to leave the boost for Chicago, but this leaves Yan. Great pop on the flip reset, and it's just forcing SSG to use all of their boost. Chicago picked up that 100 in the corner. He only was able to use it to get to midfield. Hoxer's demoed, so he's going to be low. Chicago keeps this in, but LJ has only 21. Now, do they know that they're low boost? A shot, it just can't get enough power behind it, and now they have to retreat.
There's just hesitation there on the side of Space Station. They seem to be moving almost in slow motion.
He got it!
And they finally got a breakthrough, and Chicago scores. They needed the lead blocker to run through. It finally worked out, and finally they catch a break.
And good on LJ as well. Sure, he couldn't get the initial demo, still goes downfield, trying to get it on Yan, had full faith in Chicago to win the 50, and he just had enough room to put the shot through. There's still time here for SSG to turn it around, but it's ticking down fast.
That could be too little too late, just as it was in game one, and they had a lot more time than that. Yan looking for the dagger in game two, and it's not so much as a dagger as this is kind of a sewing needle. Like, all right, right here, and good night.
Both full boost. That's just not one you want to see go in.
That is 16 miles per hour. Now that's still faster than me running, but yikes. 7 seconds remaining, and Space Station Gaming just gotta be wondering, all right, well, what else is gonna go wrong? That one gets through for FURIA at 16 miles an hour. They get another victory, 3 on the trot, and now they've got 4 shots at closing out SSG and moving on to Sunday.
Oh, man, look at
nap time.
He's saying it's too easy. MVP of that game, of course. Couple goals from him, 3 shots, a save and an assist. And we're taking a look at the Mobile One high performance replay, but it's been FURIA who have been in high performance all series long. They've got everything working for them. All the parts are put together. It's on SSG to change the narrative. Again, limited in the shooting department. Only 3 shots. 2 from Chicago, 1 from LJ. They just have not been able to break past FURIA. Is this how they go out?
It's just a mounting frustration. They burned their timeout, and nothing changed. They were still very hesitant. Still got bundled up a lot. The spacing was not great out of Space Station at all through that game. And FURIA have just picked their spots. And it feels like if they really wanted to ramp up the aggression, they could double their score in any of these given games. They have just managed every single game. And yes, that has allowed Space Station to stay close. But that's the key word, allowed them to stay close. It doesn't seem like SSG has much energy going into a game they must win. 1 of 4 in a row they must win, or their world championship is over.
Space Station Gaming, backs against the wall. No timeouts, no lives left as we start game 4. They have shown no signs of really taking this series over in any game. Will they show us something now? They'll have to reverse sweep FURIA, a team who has not been successful at the world stage.
Oh, drop that down to LJ, and even that one saved! And Jorfinho cleans up the rebound. Even when Space Station can get that close, FURIA slammed the door shut. And Yan almost got to that ball, lost, shot blocked away, wide by Hoxer. At least Space Station, that sense of urgency is there, but not sure what Chicago and LJ were going to accomplish with that effort towards the back wall. And yet again, FURIA weather the storm.
Chicago couldn't even control that.
He got bumped too.
Immediately bumped out. Now transition from Furia. Look at that look from Lost. Low boost. Doesn't need the double, but LJ went up to block it out. Hoxer looking for the bump to kind of set up some space, so it's a bit of a double commit. LJ downfield to Hoxer. Hoxer wanted to send it across, but Chicago was there just in case he lost it. And again, sending it towards net, but Furia have been in the right spot every time. Hoxer almost got a chance to put that one on. It was a good fake from LJ, but it has not been enough.
Well, Furia have done a great job also of cutting off all those infield passing plays. Space Station have tried to go from the corner, get back out towards the middle, and somebody from Furia has been there.
On a demo.
Single time. Field is open. Chicago drop down. Follow.
Oh, no!
Crossbar.
It's open.
Finally, Hoxer's there. Everybody just seemed to disperse from the net, and Space Station have its first lead of the series.
Finally, SSG giving Furia a taste of their own medicine, but this time they're a little bit more physical, connecting on a lot of demos, forcing Furia with low boost. They make the net wide open for Hoxer, and he's not gonna miss it, not now. He can't miss it. SSG need to hold on here.
We've seen even from their days in North America, teams like Furia and then even FaZe, when they were around, they would have players kind of sleeping on the opposition. We'd see them on the cams online, and what happened? That blew up in their face. Jan looked like he was taking a bit of a nap earlier after game 3. Keep that in mind as this rolls on towards the halfway mark. SSG at least looking a lot better in one of the games they must win.
Now Furia, you get to see them play from behind. Series has been smooth sailing for them so far, which you have to give credit to them, because coming off of 2 losses like that at this stage, then being able to just battle back. I mean, this is, like we said, the best they've looked all day today, which again, must-win elimination match at the World Championship. They've shown up. Now can SSG turn this one around? It has to go game by game for them. They're already with a lot of pressure here in game 4.
Chicago's pushed that one wide, all the way across. Cross again, nobody on the other side of it except Lost. Boy, all 3 from Furia. They sent the truth like they were fighting over possession of the ball. That's something you'd expect to see with a 6-goal lead. Not in a game like this, and it turns into a save on the other side. Could have very well been a 2nd goal, and that could have been crippling for Furia.
This is still a little awkward for SSG, though. Hoxer has to get pads. He can't go for the ball, but he does force Yan up. Just a little bit of a threat. Now SSG able to get some space here. Furia starting to get a little tested, and we could be seeing a bit of a shift.
There goes Yan. Nothing there as it's a cross. Pressure still from Furia. Minute 20. LJ looking right at Yan, trying to go past him. Follow-up from Chicago. He stayed back. Instead of diving in, he was trying to play that ball from Lost. Does not work out. Now they've got everybody forward, but still nothing in the net as that pinball's back across.
Big save, a minute to go. Furia. Oh, they got a chance here. Good pass, Yan, shot on, but Chicago's there to knock it away. LJ able to get that one past Yan. Lost trying to get going. Great win on the 50. He was able to read that touch perfectly, and now Furia putting the pressure on SSG. They're trying to keep this one stuck here in the midfield line. Chicago, a nice touch, but it knocks the ball out the way. Lost a good one there, and now Hoxer. He's using a lot of boost. LJ, great first touch. You can catch up to this. Did hit the flip, but tried to use it for a flick to set up his teammates. This is great positioning now because they can run down the clock.
Oh, big win for LJ, as that one just a little bit wide. LJ! He won the race to the midfield boost, and as a result, Lost couldn't get back, and LJ just barely squeezes it through.
Yeah, you talked about the race to the midfield boost. It was also the bump on Yan, forcing him to just kind of dive, panic there a little bit, and now SSG, not only with a couple of goals, but feels like a little bit of momentum. They can't let this one get away from them, though. Good knock away from LJ. As Furia's still hunting, they're still very dangerous. It comes down to the final seconds.
Final countdown of game 4, barring something miraculous, we'll see a 5th as Space Station Gaming have sounded the alarm, and Furia had better wake up from nap time.
It's one game at a time.
That's the roar that Furia did not want to hear. They've given the North American fans here in Texas a reason to cheer, a reason to have a little bit of hope. And as that trickles down towards the stage, that energy can fuel, dare I say, a reverse sweep.
It could. If you think FURIA are gonna sit idly by while that happens, you are wrong. SSG will have to play perfectly for the remainder of this series. Because FURIA took that one, and you waking up Yan, you're waking up the beast. You gotta be careful with that, Stacks.
Yeah, you do have to be careful. But he did just go to sleep.
He did.
So, I don't know if we saw it on the broadcast.
I did.
We certainly saw it in the arena. He's leaning back, eyes closed, all happy. All of a sudden, there's a little bit of energy in this building behind Space Station Gaming. It is only one. They do still have to win 3 in a row, and it's still a daunting, daunting task as we get ready to head to Aquadome for Game 5. But we are going to a 5th game, and that's just got to cause just a little bit of a doubt for FURIA. That's what they have to overcome now as we kick off our 5th.
Good kickoff, Chicago up for that. Wait, LJ? Tried to pre-jump that. Didn't necessarily get the ball to him quickly here, but almost a great start. Talk about game by game if you're SSG. That's where the mentality has to be at this point. Season on the line, you lose this and you're done.
It just becomes mental warfare at this point. Survival of the fittest upstairs. And Space Station, as an org, they've seen a reverse sweep a time or two. There's Hoxer waiting for Yan's effort. Now Lost given a lot of time and space. Can't stay with that play as it goes out to the side, but he did win the corner boost race against Hoxer. That could hamper Space Station quite a bit. But a big clear by Chicago, and Grafino's got all day.
Good pass, Yan up early, and a lot of boost. Couldn't hold on to it. SSG playing a lot closer. That's a good bump. Hoxer off the bar. Oh, late follow-up, Grafino. Good pre-jump. Oh, but it's still awkward here for FURIA. LJ mid. Chicago down!
Here they come. North America's survivors. LJ perfectly placed. Chicago where he needed to be. And all of a sudden, things look a little bit different. Momentum squarely on the side of Space Station Gaming. Can Grafino hinder it just a bit? Not this instance, as it's Hoxer out of the fray. Loose ball falls towards Chicago. Hoxer with a boost steal as well. LJ coming on. No, he's way back. And FURIA just narrowly avoid what would have been a rocket of a shot out of LJ.
Yeah, but we're starting to see FURIA now on the drought here offensively. Feels like things could be shifting. Lots of time left though in game 5. LJ gonna go up the ladder with this one. Got the flip, but Grafino early challenge. LJ looking for a bump on loss. He can turn on this. Oh, he just missed the boost spawn, so he'll have to play into the 50. Demo on the play though, Hoxer's out. Chicago last back, has to pre-jump. Yan putting the pressure on, but Chicago maintains calmness and gets the stop.
What a great recovery too. Great adjustment in the air out of Chicago. He's seen a thing or two. As that's gonna go to the corner, Chicago with a full tank. He took it where Hoxer was also there. And look at all the time that Lost has. Able to grab his own back boost, bring it across. He burned most of it. And as a result, Space Station lining up a double, dropped down in front, and Lost made that look a lot tougher than he had to, but he was the only one back. LJ waiting, still just can't time up a boost steal on the other half. And watch out, FURIA could have numbers here, but Chicago cuts them off.
Good redirect from Hoxer to put that on target as well. Lost will track it down, but wait, Chicago able to get a beat. Does he have someone across? LJ, just couldn't connect.
Oh, they've been so good throughout the week. Just a rare case where the passing has not connected. Here goes Chicago again. Blocked by Yan. And Hoxer can't stay with that either. FURIA. Just about a free ball as Chicago narrowly got around Yan.
Just barely dodge it and able to get the ball through. That gives SSG so much speed here, or field positioning. Now they're trying to get boost grabbed up here. This could be SSG extending the scoreline. You're starting to see FURIA take a little bit more risk, going for some of these bump plays and put themselves not necessarily in the best position on the defensive front.
Great win by LJ, then running through, going headhunting, but came up empty. Here's Jan, blistering shot. Oh, this was off the post. Now Jan, still not out of it just yet. Oh, delayed his flip, but it's still cleared away. Did not fool the defense of SSG, who holds strong with a 1-goal lead.
Their positioning's been so much better. They've been able to get to the ball a lot faster, and it's making FURIA struggle here on offense. They've had a couple of good counterattacks, but they haven't had the consistent pressure we're used to seeing.
I don't have enough voice if this continues on to a 7th game. So far, we're through 4 and almost 5, and Space Station still hold a lead that would force a 6th game as they try to do the unthinkable here against FURIA. Lost though, big win, no follow-up as it just skipped past Rafinho, and his play just a little too slow. Hawkser escapes danger for Space Station, now with only 30.
There's an infield pass, good cutout here. Like you said, final 30 seconds. FURIA have the ball where they want it. They have to see if they can really starve out SSG here. Rafinho going up. It'll be LJ who's there to meet him. Chicago back full boost. Hawks are sitting in net with 60. They'll need to turn on this one quick. This is not what you want to see, though, if you're FURIA, so the clock ticks down. Final 10 seconds. SSG moving upfield. It's still a 1-goal game. Lost. Pushes that one. No, he loses it to Chicago. LJ will keep this one up, and FURIA will have to go across the field. Can Yan do it? He starts this one off. Has the flip. Gets it to Loft, but it's cut away!
Hammered down. Space Station. 2 shutouts in a row. And FURIA getting a dose of their own medicine.
No one's sleeping now.
Nope.
The question here is, will we see a timeout from FURIA? They still have one in their back pocket.
They do.
But you see the crowd getting a little bit hyped. SSG showing their fight with their backs against the wall.
I think it was Garrett G once that said, like, with those headphones, you don't necessarily hear them, but you feel the crowd. And FURIA, no doubt, feel it on both sides. They can see the fans.
I've had those headphones on myself.
Oh, yeah.
This crowd gets loud enough, you can hear them.
Yeah, well, you can see them looking across, and you can feel them behind you.
Yeah, you feel that vibration, that energy.
This whole arena right now is against you, and you've lost 2 games in a row, have not been able to score, after you felt like...
Me too, bro, me too.
Exactly. After you felt like there was no contest here. There was no threat to them at all after game 3. All of a sudden, wake-up call.
Wake-up call, and is that what I think it is?
It sure
There's
is.
that timer.
There is a timeout.
Out, FURIA.
You know what this is? This is another 60 seconds for this crowd to chant USA. Good grief. What a turnaround out of Space Station Gaming. Again, outscored only, it seems weird.
He's asking for you, Dick. He's around. He wants to hear you.
Outscored 6-2 in the first couple of games, 3 unanswered of their own to completely turn this series around. Neo Tokyo waits in the balance now during this timeout. It'll be the last timeout of this series. Both teams have used theirs. When Space Station took theirs after game 2, nothing changed. FURIA using theirs now. Crowd's getting into it. This is exactly what FURIA did not want. They have not silenced Dickies Arena. They have not silenced Space Station Gaming as we get ready for game 6.
Do you want to see a game 7?
Answer loud and clear. It's on Space Station to deliver after the FURIA timeout. It seems so odd that an extra minute could mean so much, but it often does. Particularly for a team like FURIA, particularly for coaches like Eversax, who we saw on the Gentlemate side. There goes Lost. Trying to weave his way through. LJ with the stop. And the first 30 seconds at least belonged to FURIA, but nothing on the scoreboard.
Chicago in his 50s. Hawks are in a really tough spot, but knocks it away. LJ back in time. Saw Chicago pick up the corner. Will he be there in the midfield? LJ getting it through. Chicago was there. Lost, though, on top of it. Hoxer low boost is Lost trying to stay on top of this ball, but LJ helps his teammate out by just getting in front of him and throwing him off track.
Drafinho trying to catch and hold, and the shot is easily set out by LJ. No follow-up out of Furia, where second and third, maybe even fourth chance opportunities were enough to sink Space Station early in this series and bury them under relentless pressure. Space Station have limited those extra opportunities. Furia now need to find a new path into the SSG net.
We've seen magic and we've seen disaster here on this map in particular, Stacks. Both teams looking for a chance to break through. Good demo.
Yeah, and oh, another demo. That demo actually kept possession, weirdly enough, and now LJ just gonna take his time, and everybody is back in.
See Hoxer, great initial touch here. Trying to stay on top of the ball. Furia, though, getting more and more physical. Free ball here, but SSG not able to get a feel like they used to. That clearance will give them a little bit of room, but it has been Furia kind of dictating the pace. Both teams have been matching left and right with speed here, but no one is slowing down.
Well, you know what both teams are trying to accomplish at this point in Space Station, have been the better of the two at negating the opposition's game plan. At least over the last couple of games. LJ can take that himself, and the easy stop. Other side, he sure can, and a save.
Save there, and it's a great save as well because it stops the chance for a follow-up. Lost has to go up and try to wrap it around, but now this gives Chicago plenty of time. He gets in control, plays a 50 out, and gets a lot of room here. You see Lost having a battle back. He's playing it to the sidewall for Yan. Yan, great control, has the flip, wants to play it off the backboard, but Hawks are there to deny. Things are getting very tense here. We're at the bottom half here of Game 6, and Fury are knocking at the door.
And mistakes must be very few and far between because they get magnified at a point like this in a series. SSG has done so much to bring it back to Neo Tokyo. There's still one more leg in the journey. Got to get out in front here. LJ has that bounce away, so Chicago. Hoxer just high and wide.
Oh, Chicago, he wanted to get the bump there on Yan. It would have set up LJ for a shot. Here's LJ off the ceiling, got the dunk off the backboard. Chicago's there, he wants to get a follow-up as well, but just cut out. Space Station Gaming, though, lots of pressure here. Fury are diving, and they are starting to run out of boost. That's gonna be a good clear, though, to give them a little bit of time.
Well, what else can they pull from their bag of tricks? Space Station Gaming gonna need to get maybe a little more creative. Hoxer trying to dash his way through. LJ waiting and tracking, making sure he doesn't get starved out, and he can use that boost to crisscross with Chicago. Relatively easy save given the kind of attack that Fury has had. Here goes LJ now. Plenty to work with. Going for himself and cleared out by Lost.
Chance for Chicago. He's looking for the quick drop. Won't get it, though. Will be controlled by Yan. That's a big clear. LJ last back, has to get the proper touch, gives it to Hoxer to clear. Chicago gonna play this off the sidewall. They're forcing Fury to play back from their own half. Both, so far, no team's able to really make a big mistake, but you can see Furia just getting a little bit uncomfortable. Oh, big bump as Drafinho was going for LJ, but Hoxer was there to cut it away. 30 seconds remaining in regulation here in Game 6.
Dangerous ball for Lost, but he knew he had Drafinho over there. He's still gonna have nerves of steel. Couple demos here. Hoxer getting both. That hinders Furia. Is it enough? Drafinho turned, and that was very ambitious. Now Yan with 15 on the clock. Overtime looming in another must-win for SSG. They've kept Furia off the scoreboard. Have not been successful on the other end. Chicago just lob it forward. SSG surely would just love to go to overtime, and we will.
Overtime, Game 6. You can't hesitate. No room for error. Here we go. SSG trying to force a Game 7. Furia want to move on. They've lost all day. They're so close to a win here on the world stage. LJ will have to get the touch blocked. Lost trying to play this in front. But it's Yan who's blocked away. Space for SSG, but it could be a counter. Yan with the shot. Chicago blocked it out.
Gotta try a little harder than that. Drafinho got it through, and LJ with nothing in the tank makes a heroic save, but now Lost. Throw it up high. Got the bump as well. Hoxer knocked out of the play. He'll finally recover. LJ gonna get there, no, and it's Hoxer that makes the save instead. He's doing a lot with nothing in the tank. Now LJ on the counter, underneath, and Chicago will do all he can, but Jan's got the clear. And everything got a little frenetic for just a moment. Teams might have stabilized. Lost, looking for the win. Oh! No! Chicago no boom!
He had 0, but he keeps SSG in the game. Furia not giving up yet. He lost up early, and RJ just put it away.
And watch out, because Furia getting maybe a little antsy, seeing that wide open net. Could get caught on the other side. Here goes Jan, though. Flip, reset. No, he didn't use it.
Lost now. He wants to keep this one in. No flip. Good touch from LJ. He forced Trevino up. Chicago has a little bit of room. He's trying to send this towards LJ, who just took the corner. LJ wants to get it mid. He does end up getting a beat there, but Jan was ready on the back wall.
Now Jan, he'll try again. Boy, every time he starts from the back line, it's kind of edge of your seat stuff. You're wondering when you're going to see another worldie out of him. You're not going to see one in this game, perhaps, though. LJ. And Chicago trying to pinch that, and the timing just narrowly off.
Now lost with some boost. SSG got a little low, but now they finally do get boosted up. Big demo on the play. Hoxer picks this one up with 0. 50 down. Chicago back to Hoxer. LJ's behind him. He plays the 50 for LJ, but it was red. Chicago will pop this one up for the time being. SSG need to get boosted, need to get back. There's a transition. Lost shot. Blocked away from Hoxer. He got back in time.
He did get back in time. Now LJ. He'll have Hoxer in support back at midfield. Chicago's the one that comes in from the side. Easy save by Jan. Now LJ on the opposite side. He'll stay with the wall. Might be able to stay with this play, but did not pinch. Here's Hoxer. Serve it up. Looking for Reed, and it's cleared out by Jan.
Good read there from Jan. Able to cut away the danger. Oh my goodness, sent right back though. Not able to hold on to that ball. Little bit of space here for Space Station. They've been in control for the most part, but Furia are making sure if you overcommit, you will get punished for it.
Jan indirect, looking for himself, instead finding the opposition, finding Chicago. Now Trevino, just hoping he can breach the center line. It did not work out. Loose ball up high, and Lost takes charge. Both teams, fatigue's got to be setting in mentally as Hoxer kind of an awkward stump, and LJ's got full boost. Needs a challenge here. And Chicago will dump it out to the corner. So things settle down, though. Got real hairy there for SSG. Now that's netward, and LJ avoids contact, makes the save.
LJ still trying to wrap this one around. Hoxer, a good touch forward. Lost all the boost left in the tank to clear it. Yeah, with a follow for Chicago back. He's low boost as well. Hoxer will take some time here. He's got LJ to help out. And LJ will be needed. SSG trying to slow things down here, take their time, but it gives Furia a lot of field positioning. Lost, wanting to end it. Trevino, no! Denied by Chicago! We are still tied! Oh, wait, is that gonna get through? Off the back wall, yeah, just got the right touch he needed!
Wow, an excellent first touch to make that second available. Now Hoxer, just about ran into one. He's got all day to play with this ball, though. Now Chicago for LJ. It's a lot wide, far across. Space Station Gaming have ramped up the pressure just a little bit.
SSG trying to bump out Furia, trying to create a space. But that's big space there. Lost couldn't go. He jumped too early. Trevino last back. Chicago off the back wall for the win!
Watch out on the other side, too. Hoxer just catches up. Oh, it's so hard to stay in your seat and stay focused when you get that close. Trevino, dive bomb. And it's going to be Chicago that catches in the corner.
Big win there for Chicago.
Why? What the fuck?
say static. Life is a beautiful madness. You can move faster, you can say static. Let's get dramatic. Yeah, I really did that. You can move faster, you can move. Yeah, I really did that. Let's get dramatic. Why would I live in the real world when I'm living in the multiverse? When I tax in the
This demands greatness.
It just feels like Space Station has so much momentum now, but it can all be erased, and it often is on Champions Field. Hoxer, that's going to drop down. Lost got to stay with it. He did so well enough. And Rafinha, clever play to get around, but now Hoxer diving back in. And that's something that could cause some fits for Furia. LJ up the ladder. Rainfall down! Team Chicago!
Up high, beats Yan.
No fucking way.
With the speed. SSG are feeling the energy. They are here, and Furia is the ones who start off with their backs against the wall.
A little teardrop rolling down the backboard could cause a lot more tears when all is said and done. Yan takes charge with Lost turning back. Lost, by the way, yet to score in this series after coming in the leading scorer of these 6 players.
He's needed here and now. Furia, they had 4 chances to take down Space Station Gaming, but as we all know, it's so hard to close out a game on land. Chance there for Yan. Oh, he shoots it high. Lost. That's high too.
Brilliant. No panic. Yes, it's high, but they just had follow after follow. And the Space Station defense could not guard everything. First goal for Furia since they put away Game 3.
We're seeing levels of success here when they need it. LJ gets it past 1. Gets it past 1. Will be sent downfield to Hoxer, who will look to collect. Lost a great 50, who's in a low boost, and Chicago will pick this one up. Tried to play it quick. Rafinha, great read, and goal! Gets a goal from it! Unbelievable from Rafinha. He tracked that play all the way down.
Just as suddenly as Chicago ended Game 6, Rafinha has put Furia in front in Game 7.
SSG held Furia scoreless for 20 minutes, but now, when the pressure's on, I almost said they start to come alive. They almost crumbled there. Very dangerous.
Good block way in the corner. That slowed down SSG, but here they are back on the attack. LJ to center, and nothing there as Rafinha has an easy clear. Watch Chicago. He's got Hoxer. Also called his own number and had it saved away. LJ looking to center, needs help, doesn't have it.
So much pressure here at this moment. And SSG battling from behind. That's a good shot. Yan with the deny. LJ trying to get this one midfield, but again, the double commits are coming through. Space Station Gaming is having to fight. They've got the field positioning, they've got the pressure. They are making Furia a little awkward. Yan doesn't have any boost. Chicago wants to keep this in front. Hoxer mid to LJ. Can LJ get the dunk? No!
He tried to slow play through the air, make himself as big as he could. And now Chicago watches Lost clear that one away. They can only watch helplessly as LJ has to go to work. Hoxer has one bounce past him, and Chicago can get back into the play with Lost racing him to the ball. And at least going the right way for SSG. They've won 3 in a row, but they find themselves still facing elimination, having come all this way to fall just short. Lost denied by Hoxer. And Yan will keep up the pace.
In
Chicago goes by Lost.
Double commit.
And this is trouble for Space Station. Had two stuck in the corner, but finally clear out.
Chicago had to use all the boosts he had left to get there in time. Yan will not be able to get that one for free. LJ, can he get there first? He does. Wins the challenge. He was looking for the bump on Lost, but Lost clears it, and Yan able to get some help. Does he have the redirect? No, leaves it for Lost. No, he doesn't make contact. And he's in.
Where's he been all this time? Just biding his time, waiting for the right moment. One big 50 against one defender, and that may be the backbreaker.
SSG needs something now. Otherwise, they fought this hard, and for what? It's a big beat there from LJ. Chance there for Hoxer. Oh, Lost though. Big pre-jump. He read that shot perfectly.
Might be time for LJ to say, give me the ball and get out of my way, but right now he's giving it up to Hoxer. That one saved by Yan. Chicago taking it himself. That one's denied. LJ trying to play table center again, lob it forward. SSG need to send all hands forward at this point.
And they are.
There is LJ. It comes
Chicago!
down. Chicago!
They are fighting fire with fire. What a win on the 50 from LJ. Chicago got the shot so fast. Trevino tried to react, ended up all going. One goal separates these two with 50 seconds left.
6 goals, including an overtime winner for Chicago. Here goes LJ, and he had it go well wide on him. Just couldn't stay with the play. It looked like he had it all lined up. Now Trevino back the other way. It is Hoxer taking charge. He sent it to the middle. Boy, a cardinal sin almost got punished. Now Trevino with 30. Looking for yet one more knockout blow. Space Station reeling, but not out just yet. Oh, Chicago dove in, and he just didn't have the read. Now down to 15 seconds. LJ beaten in the corner, thrown in front, but Chicago's got it.
They gotta go.
They don't have the knockout just yet. Final countdown. Do or die for SSG. Gotta scramble. Hoxer on his horse.